Hey, it's Ivan Hahn here, the snack guy, and I'm going to Canada, and I'm going to Canada for one thing. That's right, that's Pepsi, and I know what you're saying. I know it, I can feel it, I can already hear the comments. Ivan, Mr. Snack Guy, there's Pepsi here in the US. Yes, there is. There's definitely Pepsi here in these United States of America, but not this kind. No, this is zero sugar Pepsi Maple Cola. It's a Canadian exclusive. Technically, it's a Canadian exclusive. I'll get into it later on, but there was another maple varietal here in the United States. But I got this from a friend. Thank you, friend. He went to Canada and he smuggled back me some Pepsi Maple Cola, which is what it's called, Pepsi Maple Cola, and then there's some French here. I can't get too close because I'm on the green screen in a different studio right now because I want to make these special for you. And these are the bubbly Snack Guy episodes, as you can tell with the bubbles and the curtain. So if we take a look at this can real quick, you can tell it's not from the United States by a multitude of different things and hints here on the can. First off, you have the zero sugar, and then you have zero sugar in French, and then you have the ingredients, which the ingredients are carbonated water and a whole bunch of other things that aren't too chemically, it's a word, look it up, chemically, and you know in the United States they would add extra chemicals to this. Yes, there is the fake sugar aspect because zero sugar doesn't just mean there's no sugar in it, even though that's kind of what zero and sugar mean, but it just means that they put an aspartame, a sucrose, a fructose, a pink, a blue, or a yellow packet of sugar, and they took the sugar out of this. So this is something interesting. First off, I'm usually not a Pepsi person. I ask for Coke when I go to the restaurant. I won't be like, no, Pepsi's not okay. I will drink a Pepsi, but Coke is my preferred cola of choice. Well, I guess I do like a Walmart cola or whatever's only $1 for a giant 2-liter bottle, because if I'm gonna drink a soda, I'm gonna crush a 2-liter. You better watch out. I'm gonna crush that 2-liter. But I do like some Pepsi sodas. Some of the Pepsi sodas I enjoy. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure, but maybe I am. Mountain Dew. I think Mountain Dew is a Pepsi because Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero Sugar is sold at Taco Bell, and Taco Bell is a PepsiCo company, so that's that there. So I didn't realize, I thought the Pepsi logo looked different for a second, and I'm like, oh, it's just those crazy Canadians changing up that Pepsi logo. No, apparently Pepsi changed their logo for their cans a couple of years back, and I just really never noticed or took note of the change. I just saw Pepsi, but because it just seems bigger, which I guess is better. It's proudly bottled in Canada, which is kind of nice. I know, I do think Pepsi is bottled also here in the US because I've driven by Pepsi places. I don't know if it's a bottling plant, just a place where they store Pepsi, the Pepsi mine, because we all know Pepsi is mined from the earth and it's a natural byproduct of this Mother Earth planet that we have here. But yeah, Pepsi Canada, and it's maple. I like maple. I like maple syrup quite a bit. Hi. I like it on pancakes. My in-laws have gone to Canada a few times. I've never left the country. If you want me to leave the country, give me some money so I could buy a passport, and I will gladly leave the country. I'm a poor content creator filmmaker, so I need your money. Thank you. And hey, if you want to do something for free and not give me your money, just give a subscribe and a thumbs up or a heart or whatever, just to get me noticed. Share these videos to your friends. I don't do them for nothing. Don't do them for nothing. So I like maple syrup. My in-laws went to Canada and they said they put maple syrup in their latte. And I'm like, listen, hold up. Wait a minute. That sounds delicious. And I tried it. I put a little half and half, my hot coffee, a little drop or 3 of real Canadian maple syrup. And let me tell you something, that was some delicious coffee right there. I'm sure they had better coffee because American coffee is sometimes trashy, and I just had it out of the Mr. Coffee Maker. Anyway, let's get right into it. So it is a gold can, which usually means that the product inside is caffeine free, and I don't know. Nope, that's not true at all. Right here it says caffeine content 36 milligrams per 355 milliliter. And hey, look at that. This is a 355 milliliter can. I guess that's the other way you could tell it's not from the US. It doesn't say ounces on it. It says milliliters. That's wrong. That's wrong. So let's open this up right there. We got the first open. I've never had this at all in my life. We're going to start with the smell. And that smells just like maple syrup, as it should. It should be smelling like maple syrup because it is a maple syrup soda. I don't know if there's actually, I open it, so I should be reading this beforehand. I don't think there's actual maple syrup in this product's natural flavor. So they put a maple syrup flavoring in it because there is the carbohydrates are 0, so they wouldn't be able to put, maple syrup, which is a sweetener. Don't know if you know that or not, but maple syrup is a sweetener, and the smell is maple syrup. The smell is maple syrup. It smells like maple syrup. That's what it smells like. And the maple syrup is overpowering the cola scent of this, and cola has a very distinct smell. I like the cola smell. So I can tell you right now, the main flavor, I believe, with just my nostrils, is going to be the maple syrup. And let's take our first sip. Okay. Okay, so the scent is definitely different than the flavor. The flavor is more cola heavy than maple heavy. You can definitely taste 100% 3 things. You can taste the cola, that's the first thing. Sorry. You can taste the maple, that's the second thing. And you can taste the fake sugar. Yeah, it is a 0 sugar, so it does taste less like the fake sugar, but you always have that fake sugar taste there to it. And yeah, that's how you can tell. I prefer 0 sugar. I am diabetic type 2, but that's a whole different story. That's why I prefer Canada, because their healthcare system is better than ours. Our healthcare sucks, America. Come at me. So, yeah, you definitely taste the cola. Then you taste the maple syrup, and it's a really good blend of maple syrup and cola, and it tastes pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. This is one of the better weird Coke or Pepsi varietals out there. I like a lemon Pepsi, like they had the Pepsi Twist back in the day. I think that was Pepsi. I do also like a good a wild cherry Pepsi, or a cherry Coke, or any of the flavors. I do just like cola, like a really hot day, just a out of the fridge, out of the freezer cola, no ice. Just put it in the fridge. Thank you very much. And this is pretty damn good. And, I am upset that it is a limited time offer. I don't know if they still have it in the region of Canada, or if you can even buy it here in the US. But I can tell you something. Back in the day, I don't know when, I didn't dive that deep, but IHOP did team up with Pepsi. IHOP might be a PepsiCo brand. I don't know for sure. But they made a maple syrup Pepsi, only sold at IHOP locations in the can. So I don't know how, it probably wasn't as mapley as this one, because IHOP maple syrup isn't. IHOP syrup is more of a table syrup, which is more of a corn syrup based product rather than the stuff tapped out of the tree. And oh boy. Oh, I felt that coming up, and you probably heard it, because this is soda, and soda is fizzy. So yeah, back to my, so IHOP did have a maple Pepsi there for a while. I don't remember it. I don't know what year it was. I didn't try it. But I have a feeling this, because this is a Canadian product, and that's, yeah, we do have maple syrup in Vermont and stuff, and here in the U.S. Canada's home to the maple syrup, so, they're going to have it better. Mine's been out of the fridge for a little bit, so it's a little bit closer to room temperature. But if this was colder, and this was, this is probably better colder, but still, this is a really, really good flavor combination that I really enjoy. And me here, the snack guy, Ivan Hahn, nice to meet you. I have to give Pepsi, 0 sugar Pepsi Maple Cola from Canada, being a Canadian exclusive, this gets a 5 out of 5. Welcome to the 5 out of 5 club. That's not a thing. But hey, but I guess I do have to do, it is, the points here are less, so it's probably like a 4 here in the US. But no, that's a stupid joke. 5 out of 5 for this amazing thing. And I was talking to my friend who brought this back into the country for me, and he said this would probably be a really good, if you reduce it, a really good sauce flavor. I make my own barbecue sauce, and I take diet Dr. Pepper or diet root beer, and I boil it down until it comes to a syrupy thing, add ketchup and all that. This would probably be good in that kind of thing, or put this with like a meatball sauce to make like a what are those little delicious like meatballs that you have at a party that they're on toothpicks, cocktail meatballs or cocktail weenies. This kind of thing would be delicious. I don't know if they made this in full fat or full sugar, but this would be a good sauce combination for that. And I guess you could just do it at home by combining, you know, Pepsi and maple syrup if you have those two available, which you should always have those two in your fridge at all times. Just in case a Canadian comes over, you got to make this real quick. It's law. If they come in, they have to ask for this. And if they don't, they're a vampire. They have to leave. So yeah, 5 out of 5 for this. Thank you so much for watching and enjoying and helping me make these videos. Once again, if you want to help me out, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, don't give me a subscribe, and hit the heart, hit whatever you're watching, subscribe, and send to your friends, enemies, or your lovers. And yeah, this is pretty darn good. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever tried this? Is this something that you've had before? Because this can go in the rotation of sodas for me. This is really good. A 5 out of 5. Thanks, Canada, for everything. Really, I love Canada. Sponsor me, Canada.